Hello, my name is Christina Zielinski, and my project is on medieval weapons and warfare. Weapons used in the beginning of the medieval era. Medieval warfare is often associated with knights, lances, and swords. Weapons were chosen for specific reasons, including effectiveness, status, and cost. According to the article Medieval Weapons That Maimed and Killed, it states that the most important thing about a weapon is the impact it has on an opponent. The goal was to smash bones through the armor to incapacitate the opponent, not necessarily kill them. New ways of waging war. During the Middle Ages, many wars broke out, including the Crusades, which was fought to reclaim the Holy Land. New ways of waging war were developed during these conflicts. New weapons helped win battles. Warfare would be forever changed. An example of a weapon used was an iron-tipped arrow, sometimes called a bodkin point. These missile weapons gradually started to replace swords and spears. Using these arrows was a gateway to increasing effective missile weapons. The next weapon I'm going to talk about is a crossbow. Crossbows were an important part of changing warfare during the Middle Ages because they replaced handbows. Untrained soldiers were easily able to deploy deadly missiles. Siege warfare. According to the article Siege Warfare in the Medieval Europe, Cartwell states that siege tactics were a crucial part of medieval warfare. Siege was important in the 11th century because castles became more widespread. This led to innovation in weapons and strategies. Siege weapons. A siege weapon used was Greek fire. First developed by Byzantine Empire, Greek fire was not only used to bring down castles, but also had the capacity to slay dozens of soldiers in one fell swoop. It was fired from a flamethrower-like weapon mounted on a ship. This was effective in naval battle because it would continue to burn on water. Another siege weapon was a trebuchet. Counterpoise trebuchets were an improvement over earlier catapults because they were able to hurl large projectiles or piles of rocks at enemies. It was one of the most important siege weapons until the invention of gunpowder. Gunpowder. The use of gunpowder in the 14th century began to change warfare. The innovation of cannons made the protection of castles obsolete. Cannons were capable of devastating ranks of archers. In conclusion, widespread use of gunpowder weaponry set the stage for the weapons we still use in warfare today. Today, most soldiers are armed with firearms. Eventually, tanks and planes replace medieval siege weapons.